Hello everyone, my name is Anil Poddar. So today I am going to discuss about unit number 5, the memory system, lecture number 36. Let us go through the contents that we are going to discuss in this video. So we are going to discuss about static memory systems and dynamic memory systems. Now let us go through what is static memory systems. So the diagram you are seeing, it is a static memory systems. Now it is a memory consisting of 2M, that is 2 lakhs words of 32 bits each. So it can store about 2 lakh words of 32 bits each. The figure shows how we can implement this memory using 512K into 8 static memory, means using 8 columns. Each column consists of 4 chips which implement 1 byte position. 4 of these sets provide the required 2M into 32 memory, which means you can see here each of the column you are seeing, each column contains only 4 chips which implement 1 byte position. Now each chip has a control input. So whatever the chips you are seeing at the below diagram, a single, it's called as the chip select. That is the when input is set to 1. Now whenever you have setting the input to 1, it enables the chip to accept data from or to place the data on its data lines. So suppose when you are setting the input to 1, now the chip will enable that chip to accept the data from other chip or place the data into the data lines. The data output for each chip is of a 3-state type. Now for outputting the data, only the selected chip places the data on the output line, whereas all other outputs are in the high impedance state, which means whatever the data you are putting onto the data line, only the selected chip will place that data on the data line, whereas the other chip will not place, they will be in a high impedance state. 21 address bits are needed to select the 32 bit in this memory. Now the higher order 2 bits of the addresses, so in 32 bit, the higher order 2 bit are decoded to determine which of the 4 chip select controls should be activated. Now as you can see, in each row, each column, we have 4 chip select control signals. So the 2 bits will determine which select control signal should be activated, that is which chip select should be activated, and remaining 19 bits of the 32 bit used to specify the byte location inside each chip of the selected row. Now you go for dynamic memory systems. Now physical implementation of large dynamic memory is done in the form of memory modules. Now if a larger memory is built by placing DRAM chips directly on the main system printed circuit board that contains the processor referred to as motherboard. Now you have seen the motherboard. If a large memory is built by placing DRAM chips directly on the main printed circuit, that is called, the entire chip is called as a motherboard. It will occupy an unacceptably large amount of space on the board. Now these packaging considerations have led to the development of larger memory units known as single inline memory modules as well as dual inline memory modules. Now such a module is an assembly of several memory chips on separate small board. It will plug vertically into the single socket. Now SIMs and DIMs are of different sizes. So for example, 4M into 32, 16M into 32 and 32M into 32 bit are all uses the 100 pin socket. So in this video we have studied about what is static memory systems and what is dynamic memory systems. Thank you.